When confronted by law enforcement, most offenders typically comply and turn themselves in. However, some lawbreakers choose to flee from authorities, though it seldom ends in their favor. Here are 3 outrageous incidents where fugitives believed escape was a viable option. May 2021, 30-year-old Josie allegedly trailed a young girl inside a Walmart and assaulted her when he saw the chance. Following the incident, the child immediately informed her mother, who then confronted the suspect. Josie escaped the location. Months later, officers showed up at Josie's workplace to apprehend the alleged offender.
Does the name Josie ring a bell?
Yes.
Is he here?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta talk to him.
Josie shows up. He instantly seems uneasy.
In May, we got a complaint from a parent and a young girl at the Walmart in Alaska that involves you. Anything ring a bell to that? Okay. Have you ever been at the Walmart where you got chased out of the store?
No.
No? Okay. So we've got video of you getting chased out of Walmart by a mom.
I would doubt that.
Huh?
No, I don't.
Okay. I do.
His broad, motionless posture might indicate strain, and he appears to be maintaining a blank facial expression. As expected, Josie rejects any awareness of the event. Observe his response when he's presented with solid proof.
Would you agree that this is you? No? Okay. Is this your truck?
Definitely not.
No? Is that something you've ever driven?
No, I don't even have a topper on my truck.
Okay.
I just extend the cab.
You don't think that resembles you in the slightest? No?
I'm not gonna agree to that.
Josie succeeds in maintaining a mostly blank expression even when shown an image of himself at the scene of the crime. However, when a transaction at Subway is brought up, there's a noticeable shift in his physical behavior. He starts blinking quickly, which can signal anxiety or deceit. He makes an effort to appear shocked when the officer mentions that someone used his debit card at the store, but the officer isn't convinced for a moment.
No? Okay. So we reviewed video and watched the suspect of this whole thing prior to this incident with the juvenile. Was inside Subway, bought a sub sandwich. Huh? No? Okay. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Dominic, you got a taser? Stop! You stop! Stop! Get on the ground!
Josie was indicted for first-degree sexual assault of a girl under 13 and also faced a misdemeanor charge for resisting law enforcement, presently awaiting his court hearing. Not all offenders flee because they're presented with solid proof. Some simply make incredibly foolish choices. That was the situation with Jason Massey. Massey was a passenger in a friend's vehicle when they were pulled over for driving over the speed limit. At first, the stop appears routine, with the driver providing a reasonable explanation for the speeding and voluntarily handing over his license.
Willingly. I'm Officer Miller. The reason for the traffic stops is speed. Any reason for the speed?
I'm trying to get home. My little sister's at home by herself, but also trying to get
Okay. Do you have a driver's license on you? Thank you. Any weapons at all in the car, or no? Okay.
Things grow more suspicious when dispatch informs the officer on site that the license plates don't correspond with the vehicle. The officer has already detected the odor of marijuana, and the mismatched plates are a major warning sign, prompting him to request backup. Once additional units arrive, they plan their next move. As they approach the car, focus closely on Massey, who is seated in the front passenger seat.
How's it going? You guys got IDs on you? You have an ID on you, partner? You don't? What's your name?
Hey man, can I get you a step out?
I understand you're not driving.
Can I get you a step out real quick? Yeah. I'll explain everything to you, okay?
Hi.
Hey. What's your last name, partner?
Alright man. I'm just gonna put you in handcuffs real quick. You're not under arrest, okay? You're not under arrest. Don't resist me, man.
Once again, while the driver is cooperative, Massey reacts defensively to the officer addressing him. He instantly states that he's not the driver. Attempts to shift focus like this often indicate someone has something to conceal. The officer tries to calm Massey, assuring him that everything is okay and there's no reason to be afraid, but Massey still appears uneasy. As the driver is being frisked, the officer asks Massey for his name. Unfortunately for Massey, he makes a very foolish error.
All right, what's your last name? What's that? Nicholson? Can you spell it out for me, please? You gotta speak up, man.
M-I-C-K.
S-O-N? Nicholson?
Yeah.
All right. You said Mickelson, now you're saying Mickelson.
It's a Mickelson.
Spell it out for me.
M-I-C-K-E-L-S-O-N.
All right. Last time you didn't say L. I already know you're lying. I already know you're lying.
No, I said
What are we gonna do?
Oh.
Hey, he's trying to run. Hey.
Don't do it, man.
He's taking off. He's taking off. Passenger just hopped in the driver's seat. He's taking off.
Don't do it, man.
Don't do it.
You're gonna get tased.
After misspelling his own fake name, Massey takes off running, with the third passenger still seated in the back of the car. What might not be obvious from the footage is that Massey is struck with a taser as he bolts. The car doesn't take him far, as during the chase, Massey crashes into another vehicle in a gas station parking lot. The other driver is uninjured, but due to the crash, Massey decides to ditch the vehicle and escape on foot. Watch his route through the bushes closely, it'll matter shortly.
Soon.
Male Hispanic driver with long curly hair. There's the Grand Marquis.
He's on the west side. Give me a stop,
The officer steps out of his patrol car and points his weapon at Massey, who abandons his escape attempt. When Massey brings up that he has asthma, the officer's reaction in this instance comes off as inappropriate.
Hey, show me your get on the ground! Get on the ground! Put your hands behind your back.
Hey, bro, we got
I don't.
For most of the time Massey is on the ground, he seems to be in distress. In this instance, his pain appears to be real, as he makes no additional effort to flee. Taser darts are visible in Massey's arm, fired into the vehicle when he took off. One officer arrives to assess Massey's condition while another inspects his bag. The bag holds marijuana and live rounds.
Rob's got the driver detained in her squad.
detained at 35.
It hurts.
Where's the vehicle?
Please help me.
You're over here.
Greenbrier on the north side, 33.
It hurts. Please. Please help me.
Alright, man, why did you do that shit?
I told you. I told you.
Dispatch 1 is tased. We can get rescued to our location, please, and a supervisor.
Copy, dispatch 114, can you make Greenbrier premises the north side, they tased one.
No, I tried to tase him when he took off.
Copy, I'm already in south. 35, you clear for a place.
Hey, I told you to calm down. And look what you did. You got yourself in more trouble. All over a little bit of weed.
Car hit by the suspect's vehicle, no injuries, clear for a place.
It hurts so bad.
Touched up.
It hurts so bad.
Alright, man, you got any weapons on you?
No.
Are you injured at all?
Yes.
Where are you hurting?
My whole body hurts.
Location of that victim vehicle.
My whole body hurts, man. Hey, can y'all please get my...
Where did you ditch that
The
stuff? that was in
location
there?
where that vehicle was struck.
That's all in there. What? Hey,
At 20.
listen, around my neck.
23 dispatch. We are on the north side of
My body
1405
hurt.
16th Street. Or I'm
Man,
sorry,
keys around
Emerson.
my neck. They took
North
my
side of
girlfriend's house.
1405 Emerson.
She lived right around the corner. You hear me?
What's...
We could also use another squad to check this area he ran because He probably threw something.
Can y'all help me?
33 is on her way there to help truck.
Okay.
I did get him actually.
You did. It's one of my arm too.
At this stage, Massey ultimately provides the officers with his true identity. An officer questions Massey about why he tried to flee when the situation was under control.
Do you have an ID anywhere?
7, what's the address you're out with?
Jesse what?
Jason.
Jason? Jason what?
Massey.
Jason Massey?
Alright, so this Nicholson part you're giving me this BS.
Oh,
What's your last name?
Massey.
Spell it out for me.
I think that.
You just want to have rescue come to Westridge.
What's your first name?
Access for them.
Jason? Jason?
No. J-A-Y.
I think that was the female in the car.
On the show? Yeah, it was.
Well,
He responds that it's because he resides in Georgia instead of nearby. However, dispatch holds the actual explanation.
All we're gonna have you do is step out and you pull this dumb crap. You make it so much worse for yourself. I don't get it.
Man, listen,
I literally asked you, I said everything's calm.
Can I tell you the truth, officer? I'm on the road.
That would be refreshing.
I'm not from out here.
It just.
I'll be in
Are you from
Georgia.
Illinois?
I'm from Georgia.
You're from Georgia.
Yeah, I'm from here, but I live in Georgia.
what is your ID?
Okay. What's your
I
ID?
don't have an ID.
You
I really
never
don't.
issued
Have you ever been
a state
arrested in Wisconsin?
I just got out.
Massey has a felony 99 for armed robbery out of Racine County Sheriff. It was entered on 9/7 of 2021. He does come back with a Racine address listed 20316 Boulevard.
During a search of the vicinity, police discovered a gun in the bushes that Massey had traversed on foot. While the driver only received citations and the female passenger denied any involvement and was released, things were far worse for Massey. Massey pleaded guilty to fleeing and eluding an officer, hit and run, carrying a concealed weapon, and 1 count of bail jumping. He was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison and will serve an additional 4 years for armed robbery. Massey may have made a foolish error, but the next suspect makes him seem like a genius in comparison. The next suspect is 30-year-old offender Anthony T. Gaines, but what he doesn't realize is that these officers already know who he is. What follows might be the most bizarre encounter ever recorded on a body cam.
But then, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta lie about anything I do. So when I call Renee, I'm like, man, Renee, man, your sons done took my phone. I put it on charge.
So they actually did let you in to charge it?
No, it's right there on the outside of the house.
Oh, so you left it there?
I left right here. I didn't go that far. I just went like 2%.
Okay, I didn't know you charged on the outside on the porch.
Yeah,
but I got you now. I'm
I
tracking.
never went inside their house at all. Man.
All right,
I never
cool.
went and invaded their house at all. I would never.
Oh, okay, so you left it there, came back and went there.
No, I can't. Yeah, right.
Right. Long story short.
Boom. Go charge my phone up. Set it on top of the grill. You can't. Look, set it on top of the grill. I go to the side of the house. They had a chair on the side of the house. I sit right there. They was moving across the street, so it's sitting kind of corner where I can see the angle. You got these loud little midget ass dogs that bark at people. So I know when somebody come up, the dogs gonna start barking. So when the dog started barking, I'm looking. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Gotta be somebody over there. Cause I'm looking at the corner. and I'm
So you
looking
ain't got
at-
your phone, right?
No, they got my
Okay.
phone.
All right. Let me get him. Y'all just hang tight. Let me get him a call real quick.
That's why I kept on calling Nate to try to get my phone back. She's
All
like,
right.
she was on the way. I'm like, man.
So did they like take it and put it inside?
And they took, cause how you gonna get out the charger? They try to say they don't got it. I know
How old are these
it's
kids?
a Samsung.
How old are these kids?
I don't.
About. It ain't got to be exact.
I don't know.
12. About. Okay. All right.
One of them, whoever the gay one is he sweet as hell. Whoever the sweet one is, he the oldest one. And then it's the oldest ones.
Well, let me get him a
And
call
one
and
just
see what's.
graduated. I think
Okay.
one just
Give him a call. All
graduated.
right.
While Gaines appears calm, his overly casual behavior can be a clear indication that he's concealing something. The officers on scene are already informed that there's an outstanding warrant for his arrest.
Hey, come here real quick. Step out. Step out.
Yeah, y'all should just say, man, just turn
I'm
around.
for to detain you right now. You're not arrested. You're not being under arrest.
Just until we find out everything that's going on. Didn't want to
Hey,
do
why
it in
you
front of them. I said I didn't want to do it in front of them.
Right.
That's why we're trying to.
See what we're saying?
We'll just set you in my vehicle just so your AC at least.
I didn't lock those.
Yeah, you won't.
He's not arrested. He's just being detained until we. Hey, let me grab his phone.
With Gaines handcuffed, one officer frisked him and pulled out what appeared to be a ring case from his pocket. The other officer opened it and discovered incriminating evidence inside. Gaines attempts to feign ignorance, but the falsehood is clearly evident.
I Mike, get home, cause I got my money right there.
Where?
Right there in that bag.
Okay, all right.
Make sure I get my money, bro.
Where's your money at? In your book bag?
Yeah.
You opened this already?
What's up?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is when it's in your pocket, man. Just want to know.
Gaines takes the risky choice to flee while still handcuffed. The remainder of this confrontation is pure chaos.
It's in your pocket. Hey, it's not. We got one running. He's there, so I'm gonna get him.
They killed me!
We got body cameras on. Scream all you want to. We got body cameras on.
Shock me! And you shocked me!
Yeah. We've seen that before. Here, let's go.
This arrest took place following the death of George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter protests. As the officer notes, it wasn't his first time witnessing this type of conduct, implying that the suspects were attempting to exploit the politically charged atmosphere for their benefit. Gaines tries to keep up this act for over 30 minutes, but the performance falters briefly when the arresting officer chuckles at his expense.
Well, here, let's go. Yeah.
Hold on, my heart. I got heart surgery, bro.
All right. So you got a few charges now, okay? That's all right. We can get a.
I ain't lying. Look at my chest, bro.
I see you shouldn't have ran.
Bro.
You shouldn't have ran. You can act like you're gonna pass out all you want. I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Yeah. Okay.
Turn me over, bro. Turn me over.
Dog coming out of the scene. I think you can run, cuz.
Shut up. Ow! Oh, my head, bro.
Yeah.
You know I ain't lying, bro. I ain't do none of that shit, bro. No, don't do it, bro. I'm gonna come up, bro.
All right.
You just bang my head, bro. Damn.
All right, stand up, please.
Fuck. Nigga, you bang my head right on that metal shit, bro.
Come on, stand up. Don't make it any harder than it is. Come on.
Now that he's fully invested in the act, Gaines begins insisting on an ambulance and seizes every chance to portray the cops as abusive.
Don't make it any harder than it is. Come on, stand up.
I ain't making it harder. You just whoop my ass on that motherfucking pole, dog.
We're gonna help you stand up, okay? Come on.
Nah, bro, you just. Dog, give me an ambulance. Dog, give me an ambulance.
Stand up. You gotta get in the car
first. Call for the ambulance, bro.
Get in the car.
That ain't procedures, bro. Y'all breaking the KRS codes, man. Yeah, no.
Come on, we got you, man. We got you.
No, bro.
Stand up.
I don't feel right.
Okay.
I need some water.
All right. Well, stand up so
I
we
need
get
some water, bro.
You gotta get in the car first.
No, I don't.
Come on.
I know the ambulances and the KRS codes is, man. My mom worked for the system, man.
Get in the car.
I've been inside that juvenile system for too long. Go ahead, you can go.
No. We're trying to pick you up, man.
No,
we don't want you to be down here, okay? Stand up, please.
I can't. Y'all ain't bang my head.
We try.
Devo!
You don't stand on your head.
Devo, call my lawyer, cuz. And my mom.
Stand up.
I know she is. Yeah, she worked for the system. Don't worry about it. She worked for the courthouse. Watch out.
Okay, please stand
Watch
up.
out.
Please stand up so we can help you in the car.
No, we finna get you fired. Get your ass off me.
All right.
Ah! 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 My head! Devo! Record it, Devo! Ah! Devo!
You get that.
Ah! Ah! Oh, shit! Ah!
It's all right. It's okay.
Oh.
He won't get in. No, he pushed his way out. You just stay over there.
Over there.
Mama!
We got body cameras.
You ain't got no body cameras, Hoptown.
Once more attempting to seem like a victim, Gaines makes one last effort to convince the officers.
Told you! Get the off me, dog! Calm down! Don't be with the white officers they talk about, bro.
Hey.
Don't be with the Black Lives Matter officers, bro.
Just stand up and get in the car for us, man.
I can't stand up. You keep hitting my head.
Why can't you
My
stand
ankle's
up?
up. Nobody touched your head. You kicked yourself out of the door. I'm about to pass out. Keep trying to tell you.
Okay, stand up so we can get you some help.
I need some water. I'm finna die out. This cuff's too tight. Y'all bang my head. Y'all throw me out this.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna put you in the car, okay?
Oh, no, my ankle. Oh,
You want to cuff his legs?
No,
well, I don't have any.
I did not. You caught him. They ain't supposed to cuff my legs. Kick you.
Get him in. Let's get him in.
The suspect claims the police slammed his head in the door of their patrol car, but he pauses his act momentarily to shout at an officer. He then asserts he has a pacemaker, briefly pretends to faint, and behaves as if the officers are fracturing every bone in his body.
Call the ambulance, man.
We want to get you in the car, okay?
Bro, now keep trying to put me in the ambulance. I got a f***ing pacemaker. Okay. Do you know what a pacemaker is?
We're not making it easier.
I'm not trying to be.
You're not making it easier. Why don't you just sit in the car? We're trying to get you in the car. You don't want to get in. You don't want to work with us, man. We're trying to help you.
Bro, you done banged my head. We was the first one to bang my head.
All you gotta do is sit in the car.
Right here, choke this shit to be right here. You bang my head and twist my goddamn ankle right there.
Listen,
he was right there watching. Y'all pulled me through this motherfucker. Fell hard right here. Y'all see what the fuck happened.
Okay, well everybody out here have a body camera on. You know that, right? Everybody out here.
You just make sure you got yours on.
Everybody's on.
Just make sure it's on.
It's okay, yes sir. So
that's all you gotta say. Just make sure it's on.
Yes sir. All right, let's get in the car for us.
I need an ambulance. I told you.
It's gonna go easy or hard way.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I asked y'all for the ambulance. Y'all think I'm playing games because y'all think I'm
gonna get you.
We asked you, but you want to. Sir, I am. I need the help right now.
Oh, we're trying to get you help.
You're not helping. My fluids is low.
You're not helping us.
The officers notice him grinning when they consent to call an ambulance, so he threatens legal action, hints at repercussions if he dies while in custody, and asserts he has a past with one of the cops.
Now, just guess what though? If I die on your hands, then what?
Yes, ma'am.
Cops. Ask somebody ain't give me no water yet, cuz. Why ain't give me no water? I told you I need some water.
We don't have any water.
Y'all can go get some water.
I'm not gonna leave you here.
You got 4 officers. You smart ass.
All right.
You the same one that pulled me over that one night.
Okay.
Harassing me and
okay.
About being black.
Okay.
Young black brother, man. You remember me?
No, sir.
Running through the AR?
No, sir.
You do remember me.
Not at all.
You remember me? With that big ass AR, you remember me?
No, sir.
Yeah, your big ring.
Okay.
Yeah, your big ring.
Really?
Gaines keeps causing a commotion while 2 officers examine his possessions. One of them acknowledges his error when Gaines was initially handcuffed.
No, he had on cuffs. I wasn't gonna let my dog out on him. He have cuffs on. You did the right thing, man. This isn't my car, so okay, cool. Hey, make sure you got gloves on because that red thing inside of it appeared to be a bunch of crystal rocks. Yeah.
I knew something was in it, but I just
right.
I didn't want to check it.
And I probably should have waited till I said anything about that. So my bad.
That's all good. I saw.
He wasn't going to get far.
Huh?
He wasn't get far with cuffs on. I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah, all the time. He's shielding that pocket the whole time. Yep. I didn't want to say anything. I saw that baggie. Yeah. We didn't check his bag in there.
Yep.
He's got a gun. Guarantee it.
One of the officers is convinced that Gaines is carrying a weapon, but none is discovered among his possessions.
Like he's trying to write. Like he tries to be a rapper by writing rhymes. What was this? Just inside of it?
Yeah, it's just right here.
Okay. Where's that bag? I'm putting this in the same bag, then we can move it later. It's in your trunk? Your trunk? Are y'all okay, ma'am? Just want to continue to check on you. I know you're pregnant, so.
27 minutes into the encounter, Gaines remains lying on the ground despite the ambulance he demanded having arrived. A family member shows up and tries to reason with him, appearing confident that his mother will straighten him out.
Tony, on that side of my head.
That's my nephew. His mom on the way.
Okay.
He'll get up for his mom. His mom on the way. She's coming right there.
We don't want to keep trying to get him in the car and he end up hurting himself.
Man, you slammed my head in the goddamn door. You racist ass nigga.
Tony, just be quiet.
No, man.
What I tell you?
He keep acting like he trying to help me.
But be quiet, okay?
Stop acting like you was trying to help me, bro. You weren't trying to help me.
Y'all wait till the mama gets you out of there.
FNX is recorded. We got a bag here.
I understand, but his mama
I don't
his
care
mama
about y'all having that volume.
She on the way.
That camera recorder shit.
One way or another, he's gonna get in there, though.
Huh?
So one way or another, he's gonna get in.
Oh, he gonna get in when his mom gets in. I promise you, we'll get him in there.
One way I'm going. One way I'm going.
He'll get in. I promise you that.
The paramedics at the scene also failed to get Gaines to cooperate, although he's more than willing to recite his list of grievances to the medical team.
That bad is cut from. This arm hurt right here. My forehead hurt. The top of my scalp hurt because the way I fell out this fucking car. Dude slammed my head right here on this left side. My ankle got twisted on this left side. First head got rammed, then tried to put me in the car on the right side. Off that bar right there by the passenger front seat. I ain't got a lot about to do, bro. Run no cameras back.
So how about we get
And I try to get some water.
How about we get the stretcher out?
Y'all trying to rub me on that?
How about we get the stretcher out?
I need some water, please.
Need another drink?
I know, I need a lot to drink.
As a consequence of this arrest, Gaines was charged with third-degree assault on a law enforcement officer, second-degree fleeing or evading police, resisting arrest, and possession of meth. Shockingly, in early 2022, Anthony Gaines was once again taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of murder, robbery, burglary, tampering with evidence, and 4 counts of wanton endangerment. The verdict of the trial is still pending.
While police officers are meant to serve and safeguard the public, what occurs when they're really hidden murderers in disguise?
Yeah, right now you're charged with murder, and it is Kelly.
Here are 3 instances where officers attempt to cover up murder, beginning with the terrifying case of William Talley. On the 11th of May 2019, authorities received a disturbing phone call reporting that former police sergeant William Talley had been in a dispute with his girlfriend Kelly Levinson. At some point during the altercation, he fired shots at her. William quickly fled the scene, stealing Kelly's truck, but was concerned he might have caused more harm than he realized.
So I don't know anything since then.
So nobody's here has been injured?
No, that's what I told him when I called. He told me that he thinks he killed her.
The authorities had to instantly handle this like a crime scene and chose to search the house to ensure Kelly's well-being. There was one thing on the officers' minds, and they were all silently hoping they wouldn't find her lifeless.
Deputy Brown, who used to work at the house. There's a dog in there. Yeah, see right there. Sorry to get mad.
Upon stepping into the home, signs of a physical struggle were scattered everywhere. As they made their way into the kitchen, however, they discovered Kelly's lifeless body lying on the floor. With all the proof the officers had, it wasn't hard for them to identify their primary suspect, but capturing him was a different challenge. They were aware that William had undergone both police and SWAT instruction, making him tough to apprehend. Then suddenly, officers got a phone call stating that William had been in a vehicle accident. The police hurried to the hospital, where they found their top suspect waiting, battered and bleeding. Once William was released from the hospital, he was promptly taken to an interrogation room where the inquiry would officially commence.
Yeah, right now you're charged with murder. You're charged with violation of oath of office, and you're charged with possession of a firearm during the commission of crime. That's what we're hoping you can tell us. Maybe once we start talking about it a little bit,
William brings up 2 names here, Becky and Kelly. Of course, we recognize Kelly as his girlfriend, but William was actually married to another woman named Rebecca Talley, whom he had been unfaithful to. William clearly seems disoriented and confused, but whether this is genuine or an act is another matter. He had spent several days in the hospital and was released after being medically evaluated, so it's doubtful he'd still be this out of it. Either way, it appears to be keeping him composed, at least for now.
And you can sign this. What's talking with me about things? We're gonna get to that. That's what we're hoping to get to. No, I'm not talking until somebody talks to me. I can tell you who, if we can get started there. And it is Kelly. No! Don't do that. No! Tally, come on. Tally.
There's a slight possibility William truly is this upset over Kelly's death, but he claimed to be completely unaware of his actions at the time, so it seems more plausible that he's simply using this as a front to rant and shout about how his life is basically ruined over a minor dispute with his lover. He's probably also angry that he was caught so easily. Keep in mind, this is a man with SWAT and law enforcement training. He knows how to avoid the police. Yet almost immediately after fleeing, his plans were derailed in a highly unexpected way. William manages to settle down while the investigator speaks to him, but only for a brief moment.
Stop. Relax. Stop. It's all unnecessary, Bill. If you don't want to talk to us, that's fine, but let's not do this, okay? Okay? Let's not do this.
Well, it's Charlie.
Right now you're hurting yourself.
Don't care about me.
Well,
Bill's gonna hurt.
There's no one else.
Keep hearing people whispering. Or whispers.
Okay, well, what whispering do you hear?
No, tell me the truth.
Okay. There's no one else hurt. Okay.
What you're seeing is a man fully aware of his guilt, doing everything possible to escape the consequences. He's in a state of panic, and the officers were likely quite relieved when William finally requested a lawyer, bringing this intense interrogation to a close. However, this didn't benefit him in any way, as the investigators already possessed all the proof necessary to prosecute him. William Talley was sentenced to life in prison. Despite William being a local officer and even being acquainted with some of those involved in the case, it was handled flawlessly, a sharp contrast to the situation with Matthew Boynton, whose case was so bizarre and corrupt that the police ended up probing a shooting that never actually took place.
You know you can't give a sworn statement and lie on it. Why would you do that?
On April 15, 2016, officers discovered Jessica Boynton hidden inside the closet of her residence with a gunshot wound to the head and a department-issued firearm in her hand. The county sheriff reportedly pronounced her dead at the scene, but there was a major issue. Jessica was neither deceased nor shot. After being rushed to the hospital, the emergency room found no entry wounds or bullets. Instead, they uncovered signs of blunt force trauma to the back of her skull. This case was already incredibly perplexing, but what made it worse was that the police's primary suspect, Matthew Boynton, told officers he had received a message from Jessica stating she planned to take her own life. After hurrying home, he claimed he heard 2 gunshots from inside the house and contacted authorities. Matthew was brought to the station and questioned but was caught being dishonest about a critical piece of evidence. This is where we follow the investigators as they attempt to unravel this tangled web of deception.
Do you recognize that bag? Yes, that bag that Jessica and me used to put all my new stuff in when we used to be together. Okay, so when's the last time you saw that bag? It's been a long time. Like I said, when I used to work out at, there's 2 gyms in Thomaston. I don't remember the name of it. I used that one, and I had a gray Nike bag I used to work out in. So I interchanged my stuff like protein drinks, outer shakes like pre-workout, workout shorts, pants, shoes, whatever. I put it in that bag or Nike bag.
Suspects who aren't being honest often over-explain, as they feel the need to convince investigators of their innocence. They believe that by providing excessive details, it will persuade the detective they're telling the truth. After all, they couldn't have invented all of it. However, in reality, individuals who are being truthful tend to give more natural, straightforward responses because they don't need to overthink their answers. Keep that in mind as the interrogation proceeds.
When's the last time you saw that bag? I don't know the exact date on that. I think my stepdad, he had it in a white trailer, and that's been a while. And he brought it back and didn't do it or anything. Put it in my storage thing in my house, which is like when you pull in the driveway. It's a little storage thing on the right. You open the door and it's got all my stuff in there. I declared that something about recently. That was tossed in there, but I was in there with a bunch of my stuff, like a brown tub I used to keep in my old patrol car with gym stuff in it and work stuff.
Keep in mind, that response was given to the question, when was the last time you saw this bag? Something that could have been answered in just one sentence. The investigators already suspected Matthew was being dishonest about the bag, which is exactly why he was brought in for a second round of questioning. But now, they're completely certain he's concealing something, and they're about to confront him on it.
Alright, Matthew. I've known you a long time. When y'all were in the process of moving, and you moved into the house that you're at now, your residence, did you not see the bag?
Yes, sir, it's in my storage room in the garage.
Now, why would I be holding a picture of this bag?
I guess because Jessica brought it in too.
Why would Jessica have it? You have it in your house.
I don't know. I guess somebody got it from my garage or my shed.
Who would have got it?
There's a couple of people. I don't know exactly who.
The bag was completely filled with female clothes. This is one photo of it. That's not yours.
This entire situation might not seem significant at first, but it's actually the foundation of a much larger issue. This bag, along with all its contents, belonged to Jessica. So when it was found in Matthew's possession after he told officers he had returned all of her items, it proved he had once again lied under oath. What seemed like a minor matter at first now shows the investigators that he's willing to be dishonest, which means nearly every bit of information he shared with them could be entirely false.
The bag was turned into us. We had possession of the bag. We have evidence that said it came out of your storage room. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that statement to be accurate and true?
Not now.
Do you believe it then?
Yes, sir.
Matthew has now basically admitted to taking Jessica's bag of belongings and lying under oath. There's still the question of why he did it, but the assault aspect of the case, why Jessica was found unconscious in their closet after supposedly texting Matthew that she planned to shoot herself, hadn't even been addressed yet. As it turns out, the police would never proceed to that part of the investigation, and it was left entirely unresolved. Matthew was charged with theft and perjury, and after being put on administrative leave, he stepped down from the force but faced no charges for whatever took place on the night of April 15th. Many people have questioned why, but the most obvious explanation points to police misconduct, especially considering the county sheriff happened to be Matthew's grandfather, the same sheriff who falsely declared Jessica dead at the scene. To make matters worse, Jessica's head injury caused her to lose all memory of that night, making it likely that this case will stay a mystery forever. But many once believed the same about the murder of Sherry Rasmussen, which went cold for 23 years, until new evidence revealed that the killer was actually one of the department's top detectives.
Now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
After decades of investigation, DNA evidence strongly suggested that Stephanie was the likely perpetrator of a murder that occurred in 1986. Due to the high-stakes nature of the case, the investigators carefully prepared for this interrogation. Stephanie was a highly accomplished detective herself and had recently earned praise for her excellent work on a theft case. The detectives used this to their advantage and brought her in under the pretense that they needed assistance with a case.
I don't want to talk about this in the squadron because I don't know who people are listening to. And if we go to my side, everybody's always wondering what everybody else is doing. Okay.
An interrogation room is an unusual setting for such a discussion, so to ease her concerns, the detectives assured her this was the place least likely to be overheard, as the case information was highly confidential. Sherry Rasmussen's body was discovered at her residence after being shot 3 times. At the time, police believed the murder was the result of a burglary gone wrong, but the case went cold when they couldn't identify a suspect. However, 23 years later, upon reopening the investigation, detectives uncovered evidence pointing towards Stephanie, a woman caught in a love triangle with Sherry and her husband, John Ruttun. So, the detectives decided to mention John's name to observe her reaction.
Are you guys friends? Close friends?
Yeah, we're very close. I mean, what's this all about?
It's a case we're working on and it involves John. And in there's notes and stuff that he knew you and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were good friends. Lived in the dorms I was in the dorms for 2 years.
Was there any relationship or anything developed between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we dated. You know, I mean, what's this all about?
Well, it's relating to the his wife.
Both the detectives and Stephanie have tried to appear as calm and friendly as possible around one another, but Stephanie is clearly beginning to feel very nervous at this stage. Even though the detectives provided a somewhat plausible explanation, she is now in an interrogation room confronted by two investigators questioning her about a woman she allegedly killed 20 years earlier. Her breathing has quickened, her speech is defensive, and her movements have grown more restless.
You're right.
I mean, if you guys are claiming that I'm a suspect, then, you know, I got a problem with, you know, with that. Okay? So, you know, if you're doing this as an interrogation, you're saying, hey, I'm a suspect. Well, now I got a problem with, you know, now you're accusing me of this? Is that what you're saying?
Obviously, you know about all the DNA stuff and things of the nature that, you know, gets done on cases nowadays. You know, if we asked you for a DNA swab, would you be willing to give us one?
Maybe. Because now I'm thinking I probably need to talk to a lawyer.
Stephanie opts to offer DNA evidence, hoping her cooperation would ultimately demonstrate her innocence. But unfortunately for her, just 5 minutes later, the detectives decide they've gathered enough and place her under arrest. Months later, after a lengthy and grueling trial, the jury reached a verdict.
We, the jury, in the above-entitled action, find the defendant, Stephanie Eileen Lazarus, guilty of the crime of murder of Sherry Rasmussen. We further find the murder was of the first degree.
After concealing it for 23 years, Stephanie Lazarus was ultimately convicted of murder and sentenced to 27 years in prison.